Hey guys, hope everyone's day is going well, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a tutorial for actually not one of my tricks. This is actually Braden Fong's trick, and you guys probably know him on Instagram as Braden Yo Family. I'll put his Instagram right there. But he created this trick that I'm about to teach, and so I put on my Instagram, a little while ago, hey, I want to teach some of your guys' tricks, send them in, and I will see if I can learn them. So Braden and I FaceTimed a little bit while back, and he taught me this trick, and honestly, I gotta give him huge props. This is a very, very cool trick. It really amazes me how he actually thought of this trick, because it's pretty genius. So I'm really excited to be teaching this trick for you guys. By the way, for this tutorial, I'll be using the SF Cadence, and without further ado, let's jump right into the trick. Alright, hey guys, so this trick is probably, in my opinion, easiest to learn kind of from this point of view. It's a little bit harder to learn from the overhead view. I still will include an overhead section of this video for, a little deeper understanding, but for now I'm going to teach it from this perspective. So let's start with the trick. This is kind of what I like to call a kind of like one motion trick. It's a trick where, it's not like a combo. You're not doing, a bunch of different elements and stuff like that. This is just one trick. There's one movement and you get into a double GT, just looking like that. The thing about these kinds of tricks is a lot of times they can be difficult, and this one took quite a while for me to actually master it. So I'm going to try to help you guys to be able to learn this as fast as possible. So let's start with getting into this trick. This trick itself is it's very similar to two kind of like meta elements that I'm sure you guys all know. So there's this element right here, that element, and there's this element right there. And this trick is kind of a mix between the two. So if you know these elements, this one right here and that, this trick will be a whole lot easier for you to learn because it's kind of a mix between the two. That's one of the best ways I can describe it. So set up for this trick, you're going to start out in a normal trapeze. Now you're going to turn your non-throw hand finger inwards like this, just like a complete 180 degrees, and you're going to grab the string coming from the front, like so. And so, you're kind of in this mount right here. Essentially what you're going to do is you're going to pop the yo into the air from the front. So I'm going to include a little overhead view right here so you guys can see what I mean. But you're popping the yo from the front instead of like the back. So you're popping the yo from the front, and that's going to set you up for this green triangle. So like I said, we turned our hand in, we grab it from the front with like so. And so essentially this is the one motion part right here. What you're going to do, two things are kind of going to go on. You're going to pull your hands apart so that this yo kind of jumps into the air like so. And so with the yo like this, once it's in the air, you're going to notice a couple things that are going on. You're going to see that there's this string right here, and you're going to want to grab that string in the air and pull it underneath the yo. Now it is really hard to understand that by just me saying that. Let me elaborate on what I mean. So for this trick, we pull our hands apart and hop the yo into the air kind of from the front. You want to get it in a pretty straight up. However, I found if you want, you can do it a little bit to the side, more to your non-throw hand side. If you need a little bit extra help with this trick, it can be a little bit easier if you're doing it kind of like that. But so, now this string is really hard to navigate, I'll tell you that. But I'm going to hopefully get some good slow motion for you guys to see exactly what string I am getting at. What you're going to do when you're in this mount is you're going to take this string right here, which is connected directly to your throw hand, and once this string that you drop from here is underneath, you're going to grab this string right here, roll on, and you're in the double GT. So again, pretty easy to say, really hard to actually do. So let me reiterate that. What you're going to do is when the yo is in mid-air, you're going to completely let go with your non-throw hand so that this string is just completely draped. Now what you're going to want to do is let this string go to the underside of the yo like so, and you're going to try to thread your finger in just in the right spot so that you grab the string, like I said before, that's directly connected to your yo-yo finger. You're going to grab the string through this mount. So you see there's a difference between where you can grab in regards to this trick. When the yo's in the air and the slack kind of looks like this, you think, oh, I can just grab from the outside. That does not work. That does not give you anything. Instead, you need to go and grab between the strings. So there's a string right here, and then there's a string that you just let slack over. You grab this string right here, you're going to pull it kind of out a little bit towards your body, roll over, and you're going to be in that double GT. So, But yeah, just to reiterate, once the string is like right over here, once it's pulled to this side of the yo, and for reference for any of my non-right-handed players, this is going towards your throw hand. What you're gonna do is, again, you kind of take this string, you're gonna pull it towards yourself, so away from these other strings, pull it towards yourself, undercut, and you'll be in that double GT. I just kind of popped out right there. Now it seems pretty easy to just kind of go like this and undercut it and be in the double GT. But if you want to do the real deal, the real trick, what you're going to want to do is pop this yo in the air, like I said before. And this is where it can get a little bit tricky, because this is where it involves kind of fishing around for that string. You're gonna wanna, when you pop the yo in the air, everything's just kind of in a jumbled mess. And since, you know, you have kind of a time limit in regards to how like long the strings will really be open for, you're gonna have to fight for that string and find it. Okay, so here's what I mean. When you're like this, the strings kind of all mesh together in 1 second. It's just like, whoa, in 1 second, everything's just happening. And so here's where the practice comes in, because it took me a very long time to actually get this consistently and be able to do this trick. So if I have any tips for you guys, when it's in the air, you just want to concentrate solely on that one string you've got to intersect. That's the only one you should be focusing on, because all the other ones will kind of line up once you actually pull back the string. You may want, you know, once or twice accidentally, like, you know, get into a knot or something like that. However, the majority of the time I've found, if you're, as long as you're keeping this in a very like smooth plane, as long as you're not, you know, going your crazy 3D tricks, you're gonna be able to stay in the pocket. So essentially, what I mean by that is, just make sure you guys understand, don't like just shoot the yo out like that. That's gonna make it so much harder. Try to keep everything in the same, you know, X coordinate plane right here. That's gonna make it a whole lot easier for you to actually land this trick and not have any of the strings go haywire. Additionally, string tension is always a, you know, really key factor for this, to make sure you have some really good string tension. That's gonna make it a whole lot easier to actually land the trick. But yeah, that's basically it. You know, pop the yo up, you're gonna land like this, you let go with your throw hand, and you're in the double GT, which you can just pop out the front and have no knot, which is awesome. So yeah, basically that is that's about it for this tutorial. If you guys have any like additional questions, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll try to respond to you guys as soon as possible to help you guys figure anything out. I'm gonna include some slow motion clips and alternate angles of this trick at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that if you're having additional trouble. That can definitely help you out, just like, you know, take a very close look at exactly what I'm doing, try to copy it, and I think you guys will be able to get this trick in no time. Again, a quick shout out to Braden for actually creating this trick. This is just like an overall really smart trick, and it's so much fun to do. I highly suggest you guys all follow Braden on his yo account. Again, the Instagram is right here. He posts some really sick tricks similar to this one, and I highly suggest you guys check that out. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.